The name of this book is The Littlest Bunny in Delaware, an Easter adventure. Not long ago, in a land you might know, lived a girl named May and a boy named Joe. They were moving to Delaware and longed to explore, make new friends, have adventures, and many things more. On the day before Easter, they rode into town. They went to the pet store and looked all around. There in the front was a pen full of bunnies. The small ones were cute, and the big ones were funny. They played with the bunnies and thought for a bit, and then they agreed on the most perfect fit. The littlest bunny with the sweetest small hop. "He's ours," May announced. "Let's call him Flop." So Flop joined the family that sunny spring day. The littlest bunny was now home to stay. They played with the bunny until it was late, then settled Flop into his cozy, snug crate. May gave Flop a kiss and Joe patted his head, and then the two children both climbed into bed. A soft, easy evening breeze blew in through the window, and May and Joe smiled as they slept on their pillows. But Flop had no time now to close his own eyes. He was preparing an Easter surprise. He was quite little, that much was true, but tonight our dear Flop had a big job to do. For he had a secret he hadn't let show. He was the Easter Bunny, and he had to go. A magical wind gave his whiskers a tickle, his nose how it twitched, his ears how they wiggled. Soon Flop was quite different than ever before, and he couldn't wait, not for one moment more. He raced through the house and out into the night to where he had hidden his eggs out of sight. His marvelous burrow held Easter eggs plenty, to be quite exact, 9,020,000. He packed up the eggs, he looked at the map, he fastened his goggles and his red flying cap. Then Flop hopped right into his hot air balloon, and soon he was soaring so high as the moon. As he watched his first stop grow nearer and nearer, his big Easter mission became even clearer. First, Flop balanced eggs on a tall building top. Then he went to the park, spreading eggs as he hopped. And then he dashed off for an Easter home run. Then quietly hid chocolate eggs one by one. With big bounces here and giant jumps there, Flop hid Delaware's eggs everywhere. He flew to the east, to the south, west, and north. He crisscrossed the state. He raced back and forth. Wilmington, Smyrna, and Dover got treats. Then Milford and Middletown, too, were complete. Millsboro and Newark, the long list went on. Flop was delivering his eggs until dawn. Finally, Flop found his very last stop. He came to your house with a bounce and a hop. And there he delivered his Easter surprises, so many eggs of all shapes and sizes. And when he was done, he stopped for a rest. Yes, surely this Easter was one of his best. The morning sun rose on that bright Easter day. It was time to wake up for Joe and for May. But when they went over to find their friend Flop, the door was wide open. His crate was unlocked. There were eggs to discover, as all children knew. But we just want Flop, cried May and cried Joe. They looked under their bed and they looked all around, but the littlest bunny just couldn't be found. Who unfolded this map? But whose goggles were these? Then from round the corner came a faint tap, tap, tap. They rushed and they stumbled. It had to be him. And there they found baskets and something else was tucked in. It's Flop! They cried out and held him so close. Joe tickled his ears and May kissed his pink nose. Flop hugged them back, his new friends so dear. Happy Easter to Delaware. See you next year. Did you find all the Easter eggs hidden in Delaware? Look back through the book to see if you can spot all 20 eggs. Give up? Check the answers on the very last page. Did you find them all? The end. Happy Easter.